for me personally, this club really matches my ambition. I think coming back, it's been really cool to come back and firstly see a women's professional team in New Zealand. I think to see a club that really does take the women's game seriously. I think, you know, the amount of female coaches in the club, the academy system. For me, my return to the game was really important to who I worked for and who I worked with. And I've just got a really, really good feeling about the club, the world-class facilities, and I'll be forever thankful to Rob, Domi and Gilly for giving me this chance to come back to the game and hopefully bring some special moments to this city and this country. I signed with this club because this club wants to win, and I think I've felt that in both what they provide everybody involved in this team, men and women, but also in the actions that they've taken. You know, I think the signings that they've made so far have been fantastic. I think what I've seen is the club over a 5-year period have grown in the right way, and they do things right. So for me, the reason I signed is, you know, I've won before and I want to win again. I want to get back to that height of what that feeling is. But it's not easy. I think, you know, it's not all about having everything easy. I think actually some of the best teams with the least resources have shown they can win too. And so for me, it's about getting the culture right, about blending visa players and local players who know what it means to this city, to this country. How you blend that and have a team spirit and values, I think is really, really important. And then the football side, you know, we can work on that. That is the stuff that is natural to the players, natural to myself. But I think first and foremost, you've really got to blend a group and understand what it means to put on that yellow shirt and represent this city, because I think with that comes a real honour, privilege, but also a responsibility. And I think, yeah, we can go and have some great moments on a football pitch, and hopefully that leads to winning. But I think it's the performances and the things that sit underneath that are really important. Behaviours that you see on a football pitch that I do know leads to winning. They're the things we'll be chasing, and hopefully the results can take care of themselves. I think first and foremost, we'll be adaptable. I think, you know, what I know takes to win. People always say, you know, what style of football are you going to play? I think we have to play a winning style. That can be through, around, over. We have to be able to vary up our game. I've seen the league. The league is super competitive. You can't pick who's going to win on any given day with the travel, the heat. There's a lot of different factors that come into winning. But I think for me, you're going to see a team that first and foremost, it's a given when you put on the shirt that you work hard. I think we'll work harder than any other team. There'll be a hunger and a desire there that, you know, because we know we want to achieve a first for this club, and to do that is going to take something special. And to be special, you've got to go above and beyond first and foremost. And I think on a pitch, I want to see players express themselves and be brave, you know, and to do that, you have to know that you're not going to always have the ball. You're not going to always be able to keep the ball. If you lose it, which you will, to take risks, we'll work hard to win it back. But I want players to take risks and play forward and run forward and excite people and get them off their seat. And I'll never sort of be disappointed in a player if they took a risk and they gave the ball away, because we will absolutely work hard to win that back again. And I think that brings out the best in people. And I think that's all I want to do, is get the best out of both the players, the staff, and go and create something special on a football pitch. I think I've experienced a lot of travel in international football. And I think with that, you've got to get the little things right. I think energy management is critical. And, you know, I come to this facility and I'm like, it's unbelievable. It's world class. We've got everything to do everything properly. And I think, again, recruiting the right players who have that hunger and desire to, you know, you've gone to another country, you've played in heat with a different time zone, you've come back, and then we've got a big game at the weekend, to come back and have the facilities that are here, the recovery, everything that goes with it. I think, you know, every player that represents this club has to be super, super thankful, because I think it is an unbelievable facility. I was blown away when I came here. And I think to have this every day, be super thankful that we've got this. And I think to get all those little things right, we've got all the tools. We've just got to tap into them.